Justin from Justin's HIV Journal again. And yes, everything has been going well. Married life as well. I've only been married a month, but it's been very, very well. It feels so good. But, so this is the deal, actually. I just did an interview with thebody.com. That's thebody.com. If you go to, I believe it's What's New, and then it actually has me, has the interview with me, and actually you can listen to it too. After I did that interview, I started getting a lot more mail than I usually do, and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm a little overwhelmed, so I don't know, I don't know, I'm kind of like, oh my gosh. So this is what I've decided to do, actually. Next month, what I'm going to be doing is on my website, I'm going to try to launch an advice column. So, but to let you all know right now, I'm going on record, Justin B. Smith is on record, to say that I am not a doctor, okay, and I am not a licensed counselor. Alright, so I'm just making sure it's out there. You guys know, I know, it's okay. But I myself am living with HIV, and I'd be happy to try to give my opinion about, what you should do in certain situations. And actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you guys a couple of emails that I've gotten actually as of now. So I'm going to try to do this as much as I possibly can. What I'll do is I'll probably take 3 emails and read them to you and try to give my advice to that person out there. And I probably will only say your first name unless you give me other permission otherwise, which I'll have to get it written and blah, 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 blah. Okay? So this is Jeffrey. And Jeffrey says, "Hey Justin, how are you? I admire you for so many reasons. The reason why I'm emailing you is to talk about marriage. I want to know, how do you find Mr. Right and about married life? I've always been commitment and marriage minded. However, I haven't met the man who's really on the same page and not just saying he is. Any advice would be much appreciated." Jeffrey, okay. I'm 29 years old, right? This is new to me too. I've had boyfriends after boyfriends, and, I finally found the one that actually gets me and that actually sacrifices for me, and I do the same for him. If you find someone that actually you find that he is sacrificing for you and not having a problem with it, that he is actually willing to open his heart and share his life with you, then that shouldn't, that'll come in time. You just have to wait for that person to come to you. Don't go out looking for that person, because actually that's what happened to me. I met my husband at a bar, of all places, and it was a fundraiser for the bar, and I sat there and I saw him, and I would never imagine that he was going to be my husband, but I had big interest when I saw him. So so just to let you know, just try to kind of be patient. I mean, it'll happen, when it happens. So that's my advice to you, Jeffrey. Second is Manuel from Panama. So it says, "Justin, how are things? Sorry I haven't not kept up with you. Got sidetracked on many things, but what I wanted always to ask you, how do you deal with sex with your partner? Since my partner was tested, we have not been able to be intimate. Do you have any advice?" Well, Manuel, actually, I do have some advice. It's going to take you some time, okay? And it's probably going to take him some time to actually get used to this idea. Used to you, or used to him being positive, whichever one is positive. Because he didn't state in your letter if you were positive, he is positive. So, and I don't want to assume anything. But what I would do is I would say take some time. He's going to need some time. Or you're going to need some time, whichever. You're going to actually have to get to that point where you're going to both feel comfortable about actually talking about what your uncomfortabilities are. Just communicate with each other. That's probably their best bet. Say, "Honey, I know, I'm here for you, but it's very hard for me to be intimate with you because I'm scared." Be honest. Be open and honest. What other than being scared is stopping you from being intimate with your partner just because he's positive? Yes, we don't want we don't want you or him to become positive, but, of course, we all know in this world you always put on a condom when you're having sex, or females put on a female condom. when you're having sex. Protect each other, you know. And that's pretty much all I can say about that. You know, you guys need to sit down and talk. Sit down and talk. Deshaun. Now, actually, this is not really advice. This is actually a story that I read, an email that I read, and it just touched my heart. His name is Deshaun. He says, Justin, when I was 16 years old, my god brother and myself were raped and spoon-fed crack by 3 men who had the AIDS virus. My god brother told me he happened to test positive. He promised not to tell the same thing happened to me because I thought I was too cool for anyone to know what happened. About 12 years later, after several suicide missions, I got tested in 96, where I became positive. Still full of anger and resentments, I continued to try to take my own life for the past 25 years until May of 2008 when I found Jesus Christ. Today, in my process of becoming holy, I wouldn't trade it for anything in this world. Deshaun, thank you for sending that to me. And wow, that's unbelievable. I mean, it's crazy. Wow. I've never been actually sent a story like that before. I mean, I actually have, when the 19-year-old boy sent me a story about him committing suicide until he saw my video journal. But this is just absolutely amazing. All I can say to Deshaun is be strong and, keep your faith. You know, any faith that you have is actually a good thing, especially if you're positive. If you're a Buddhist, a Hindu, pagan, Christian, Catholic, I don't care as long as you have some sort of well-being. And if you're an atheist, I understand. Trust me, I have friends that are atheists, but yet they do have something that they believe is stronger than themselves, and they believe in that, which is fine. But thank you so much, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. And keep hitting me up, keep emailing me, and I will certainly try to share your stories either in private or in public. So, and actually, what I'm going to try to do is, if you want to share it in public, please let me know, and I will try. I will try my darndest. All right, I'll see you guys later, and peace be with you.